Greetings to you this day. This is Michelle Strickland, and I'm coming to you today with Kicking It on the Chase with Shelly. You know, at some point, I'm going to start going back live with the Kick It on the Chase with Shelly. But until then, what I've been doing on Saturdays, I just kind of go over some dating tips, you know, some things that people can take into consideration when they're out here dating in the 21st century. And I'm going to try to give you some tips that are going to, keep you thinking about safety and then, but also being able to interact with people in a safe way where you can keep your integrity. Okay, so I'll probably go over about 20 per session. So I'll go over 20 today, and then I'll go over another 20 and the next Saturday, and the next for 16 weeks, up to 16 weeks, you know, on Saturday, and then I'll go on channel break. So today I'm gonna go over 16 things to consider when you're dating in the 21st century, okay? Because we're all grown. I'm not talking to any kids, okay? And I try to, you know, live a certain way. I want to try to have integrity, you know? I've made my mistakes and fallen short sometimes, but mostly I want to have some integrity. And I want to give other people who want to have integrity but want to interact some ideas and ways that they can be adults but interact with another adult when they're in the dating process, okay? Be open to new experiences. Embrace online dating as a potential avenue to meet people. Yeah, absolutely. You know, when you're in these different chat rooms, you know, yeah, why not? Just be safe with it, because these people pretend a lot. So just watch out for that. You know, make them verify themselves. You know, if they're not really able to verify themselves, don't really take them that seriously until after. You know, and then you do not want to completely put your life on hold behind a maybe, okay? So don't stop your life. But anyway, create an honest and appealing dating profile. But be yourself, please. Don't pretend to be something you're not. Use recent and flattering photos on your dating profile. Be clear about your intentions and what you're looking for in a relationship. I mean, you know, yeah, just be honest about it. If you want to be married, say you want to be married. You'd be surprised how many people want to be married. If you want to date, just say I want to date. If you want to just have a casual dates, then just say that. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. Just be specific so people know what direction to head with you when they're dealing with you. That's all. Be patient. Finding the right person can take time. You don't be in a, you know, I understand how it is to be single. I've been single since the 90s. I've dated people through the years, but, you know, I'm not going to settle for less. I'm not going to take people seriously until I get what God has for me. I want God's best. You know, I deserve that. You know, and if I can't have what the type of person that I would be happy to be with for the rest of my days, then I'd rather be single. Because I want God's best. Don't rush into a relationship. Take your time, get to know someone. Communicate your boundaries and expectations early on. Yeah, just tell, you know, just kind of go with the flow a little bit. But if it seems like stuff's going on that you don't really feel comfortable with, let them know right away. And then decide once you get back home or once you know, away from the date, whether that's something you want to deal with again, okay? Be safe about it. Be yourself and don't try to be someone you're not. That's you know, speaks for itself, doesn't it? Consider compatibility in terms of values and goals. That's very important, you know, because I know I just wouldn't be. It's just not going to work with somebody that doesn't kind of have the same sorts of perspectives that I do. You know, God first, me second, and family. You know, I have disciplined behavior, and so I need somebody who has disciplined behavior, you know, stuff like that, you know, that has, you know, try to seek out somebody that you have interests, you know, in common with. Doesn't necessarily have to happen like that, but just kind of think about that. Be cautious of red flags and potential partners. Yeah, you know, watch out for the red flags. You know, all through the week, you know, through different times of the 16 weeks, I talk about red flags. You can always go back in my videos that I have recorded, and if this for TikTok, it only goes back about 3 weeks, maybe 4. I don't know if it's been that long. It hasn't been that long, but at any rate, but on YouTube you can go back 4 months, and I talk about red flags. Okay, that's some of them, and I go. These are things that I'm gonna go over constantly. I just rotate the material. Okay, if not, you can just go online and look up some, what are red flags in a relationship, a toxic relationship. What are some red flags, and it'll tell you. And a lot of stuff that we deal with, we don't think of it as being abusive, but sometimes it is. So you need to. I encourage people to go and take a look at that. You can do that on your own. Take your time to assess a potential partner's character, because it takes time. People can pretend for a while. They can pretend, but they can't pretend forever. So just keep that in mind. Watch people. Because these people it's very dangerous out here right now. And you get hooked up with the wrong people and they could really do a number on you. And that has happened to me, I tried to be careful, but no, I was, too trusting, and it could get you in trouble. So be careful for that. Don't settle for less than you deserve. That's simple. I'm definitely not. I stay by myself first. You got to be a stand-up dude. If he can't, my relatives are stand-up dudes. What I look like being with somebody that can't keep up. If they can't keep up with them, because they already, but I raised them to be like that. It doesn't just happen. You have to raise your kids. My son hates me to say train your kids, but anyway, back in the old times, that's what we used to call it. Train. Educate. We didn't say it like that. We said train our kids. So that's why they're able to be high power, That's not being arrogant. That's being decisive, being disciplined. And that's the type of person I want to be around. I don't want to be around some undisciplined person, because you can't get stuff done like that with people like that. Be mindful of generational differences to respect them. Yeah, that's common sense, Be honest about your age and other personal details. I'm 64. I don't have anything to hide. I tell people that. I love God. I went on ahead and retired early. So what I'm doing now is I'm creating some other opportunities for myself, and I'm using YouTube as an opportunity to give back to humanity and society. But I'm also going to build it into something, where I can really help people, where I can get, also, eventually I'll have things that I'll market on here. But that wasn't my first motivation for coming out here. I'm still going to keep doing the same programs that I've been doing. Eventually I'll just add links for different things, And I want to get corporate participation at some point. Once I get the subscriptions up and the viewership up, I'm going to, start trying to solicit corporate stuff, so we can help people. So, but right now I just deal with different topics. And so on Saturdays, I kind of talk about dating stuff, Stay safe when meeting someone for the first time. Meet in public places. So that speaks for itself. One thing about me is I am who I am. I try to stay real active. I exercise a little bit. I try to take care of myself. I cook. I stay normal. I walk. I do things like that. I try to take care of myself, and I encourage you to do that too, I've been through a lot. But I hope to have much more to go through, God allowed me. I've had a hard life, rough, but I made it, and I'm not going to settle for less. I don't care. I could be by myself and do bad. I don't need help. So the person that I'm going to date, they got to be up there, because if my family members are up there. So what's that look like if they can't keep up? Anyway, trust your instincts. If something doesn't feel right, it probably isn't. Practice good communication skills and listen actively to your date. Okay, my memory's getting low. Anyway, this has been Kicking It on the Chase with Shelly. Okay? Remember to smile this day anyway and reach out to one person at a time, one person at a time, one person at a time. Okay?